Hey YouTube, how you guys doing? My name is Kyle, you know me as DragonMar, and welcome to a new video. Today guys, we are doing a VOD review, and it's once again a special VOD review. We have streamer and YouTuber LMNTRIX here showing us a little bit of Breach gameplay. And I have to say, it's quite the game. So we're going to have some fun with this one. Obviously, going to be going over a lot of good things, but also maybe some things that he can improve on as well. With that being said, if you do enjoy these videos, make sure you hit that subscribe button and leave a like for more. But first, I'd like to thank today's sponsor. When I was younger, I dreamed of putting a AAA quality game in my pocket, and now you can with Raid Shadow Legends. With over 500 champions to collect, each with their own skill trees, and millions of artifacts to find and equip, no two champions are ever going to be the same. That makes for literally trillions of ways to play, build your own teams with crazy depth, and endless strategies to figure out. Oh, and the best part, you can play Raid both on mobile and your desktop, and it's free. One thing I love about Raid is that you get to pick and choose which abilities you use and when. This makes for some pretty intricate combat because you can actually base your ability usage on their cooldowns, making sure you have them available for when you fight those tougher monsters. Another thing I love is that when I don't have any champions to sacrifice in the tavern to level up my current group or a new champion, I can rerun old dungeons and campaign levels with them that I've already cleared through while bringing along that lower level champion and essentially boosting up their level on the way. It's a really fun system to use, and it's sort of a great way to diversify your champion pool, especially once you start getting those tougher dungeons. Raid just released the Artifact Forge, where you can save time and craft artifacts directly, as well as a whole new advanced quest system with amazing rewards along with that. And that's not all. They also brought out some amazing new champions, and are developing the awesome looking Doom Tower as we speak, which I'm super excited about. You can find me in-game under the name DragonMar Games, and if you're quick enough, you can even join my clan. So what are you waiting for? Go to the video description, click on the special links, and if you are a new player, you will get 50,000 silver, 50 gems, an energy refill, a clan boss key, 5 mystery shards, 1-day XP booster, and the free champion, the Executioner. All this treasure will be waiting for you here. Good luck, and I'll see you in there. All right, guys. Wow, we are a real YouTuber now. Once again, thank you to Raid for the sponsor, but let's get into the gameplay here. So we have LMNTRIX. If you don't know him, well, links in the description as well, but he is a very, very talented Breach player. Also in this lobby, it looks like he's playing with Peak. If you don't know Peak as well, Cypher player. So going to be some good stuff, I think, in this game. Now, one of the things I want to talk about first is a lot of the times when you watch Breach, you either see one of two things: a very passive player or a very aggressive player. Very often you don't really see that in between, which I think is where Breach really strives, where you can play the support role some rounds, but in other rounds you can get super aggressive. And that's what I love about Omen in particular. So I'm really interested to see how LMNTRIX plays in that sort of style. And but nonetheless, though, I mean, let's get started here. Already a few kills into this round, but now in a 1v3 situation. So very important, I want to pay attention to a few things here. Crosshair placement looks great so far. Really nice shots there through the wall as well. That was I'm not going to call it luck, but you definitely don't expect that through the wall there. I don't think that guy was very happy with it. Ends up getting the 5k. Unfortunately, though, does go down. So an ace, but a loss. All right, so heading into the second round here. Now playing on B site, 3 players on B. Looks like a teammate has already died towards A, so hopefully a rotation will come in here. A lot of players spotted, and LMNTRIX is just kind of chilling outside of B long here over towards Octagon and Teleporter. Now, one of the really important parts about Breach play is you're always looking for how you pair your utility with your team, because in my opinion, he has some of the strongest combinations of abilities in the entire game. When you've got that flash, you've got your E, and then you have your C as well, which is, you know, all like very few agents in this game have that much value from all of their abilities. I mean, they're all good. They all serve a purpose. And right there, that was a great flash. As you can see, he flashed away from himself, but it still blinded both of those players on site. I don't think they expected that at all. And now he's in a 1v2 situation again. Taking a look at crosshair placement, looks very good so far. As you can see, he's turning all of these angles with his crosshair at head height. It's exactly what you want to see. But it looks like this Raid's hightailed it out of there, honestly, which is a very smart play by them. Now, in this lobby, it looks like LMNTRIX is at least on a D2 account. I'm not sure if he's D2 on a main account, but he's D2 in here. And I do have to say something. Hopefully no spoilers, but he has a pretty good game. However, I'm not sure if the score line of sort of the rounds won to rounds lost reflects that. So I want to take a lot of this, I want to take some time here during this VOD review to kind of go over that as well, because I think that's a really important piece here, is that just because you do well in a game does not mean necessarily that you did as well as you could, or that your team couldn't have used more help or something sort of to that degree. All right, so getting into round 3 now. So we've noticed that LMNTRIX likes to play over here in Octagon. I'm very interested to see, you know, what he's going to do if he does get pushed here. How does he play around it? When does he use his utility? And that's one of the things for all you Breach players out there watching right now. Pay very close attention to how he uses his flashes. That flash was perfect. That Raze cannot see a thing. Once again, goes for the kill. Ooh, a little bit. Ooh, I think he got a little lazy there, honestly. You know, he didn't really fully commit. Oh, man. Oh, man. That's one of those things where you just are like, yep, I'm going to kill this guy. He's blind. He can't see me. He can't fight back. Easy kill. And then you get a little bit too relaxed there. And he had to sort of readjust. It took way too much damage from that. I know he's kicking himself. But that's just one of the situations where just because they're blind, still make sure you're hitting those headshots. But we've repositioned now. We're playing under heaven. Excuse me, I said heaven. Under hookah here, which is a pretty fun spot to be in because, believe it or not, a lot of people just jump straight out and they don't pay attention to who's below them. So always a fun little opportunity there to kind of make a fun play. But we're still here over on B. Looks like a lot of pressure over towards the A bomb site, but with 4 players there, he doesn't need to rotate quite yet.
Yeah, I'm gonna play from long.
I think right now maybe he can start pushing up a little bit, which he is. Crosshair a little bit low though. But maybe he's, oh, nope, looks like the player was over towards mid. So he's repositioned himself nicely here. As long as he makes sure he doesn't get flanked, he has the easy kills on the hookah jump out. Not many players are going to check Octagon. Ooh, a little bit of a cage for the plant, it looks like. The spray, not gonna hit anything. Oh, but he does find it at the end. That breach was very late to react. Nice job there from LMNTRIX, right? I think what we saw there was a more passive style of play. He didn't push the site. He didn't give his position away. I like that a lot, actually. I think that was a very good choice and a really nice way to play that round and to win that round. All right, starting off round 5. Last round was a bit of a slow one. They do pick it up and 2 enemies saved, so they just lived through the round. And here, as you can see, we're back in Octagon. So I think the reason that LMNTRIX likes to play in Octagon is because he has 3 flashes now on Breach. If you guys don't know, there was a Breach update kind of recently where they changed it from 2 to 3 flashes. And this means that he has the most flashes in the game now of any one agent. And on top of that, they're the longest lasting. I mean, they're literally insane. And I think if you're going to play in that spot, which is a very aggressive spot, you definitely want to make sure you have some sort of blind, because it's very hard to get out of there if you can't blind the enemies. So you end up just dying there regardless. And I think Breach has the perfect kit to make that work. Ooh, just barely dodges that. Let's see how he's going to use this ult here. Definitely positioning for it. Looks like he's not worried about the walk up at a U-Haul or anything. I'm wondering what he's waiting for, because his Raze is fighting people. There we go. I think he was a little bit delayed on that. I didn't hear a comm from the Raze either, so maybe he was waiting for something to come out from the Raze. But either way, a little slow on the ult. Not really going to get any value out of it. Maybe push them back a little, but looks like they are moving into sight now. So that C is pretty good, right? Because that C is going to go right through that bomb, through the bomb planter, I say. That's a very smart one. A lot of players will use that. You can also use one over here by Cubby. Ooh, I actually think he saw that Cypher because of the blind he did, because of his flash. Oh, but goes for the spray through the box. And that's one of those things where, you know, when it works, it looks great. But when it doesn't work, you kind of feel like an idiot. And I don't know if you guys noticed, he hit that Raze 5 times and only did 80 damage. It's, you know, it's one, you know, you could go for it, but that does happen a lot. So probably want to hold back on that, or maybe use the Vandal instead next time and try to get that headshot through the box. All right, so looking at a 3-2 score line now. Moving into round 6 here. Last round, pretty nice round. A good utility usage, I think, just maybe a little bit slow on the ult, or perhaps should have asked Raze for a little bit of help. Okay, LMNTRIX. We're gonna pretend like we didn't see that. You know, jump peek, fine. You want to go for a jump peek, you're using your flashes, I get it, but want to take your time on that, because I think once again what we're seeing is you might be getting too relaxed when you are blinding these people, because it's like, yeah, they can't see you, but you still want to make sure you're hitting those headshots. All right, so finally a push here, a little bit of aggression on the 7th round coming out of LMNTRIX. Not going to find anything. So the second he sees this, relay this information to your team, right? Because now you know the whole enemy team is over by A. Also, if you guys just looked at the mini-map there, that Raze was behind 2 of them somehow, so very poor corner clearing by the enemy team. And now up 4-2. I'm assuming enemies still probably positioned over towards A, or maybe looks like maybe Cypher could have gotten some info here that they're in hookah, using a bunch of utility there. Walking up again, getting aggressive. All right, so there is the Raze in hookah now. Enemy Raze in hookah gets the kill onto peak. LMNTRIX is clearing long. We saw this before, right? He played long. So Breach players, keep this in mind. This seems to be something that is working pretty well for him. He gets the bomb as well. He knows Raze is close by. There's the flash. So he used that flash to reposition, by the way. If you're wondering, hey, why did he flash that? You know, he didn't have info that a player was there. Well, he wanted to get out of that corner. He was kind of stuck against the teleporter there. That is a pretty smart play. I like that a lot. Now he's going to work his way back up. Looks like the Raze made her way into backhaul. So now, LMNTRIX here should just play off of his Raze. They should play together here. Easy trade if they work together. Looks like the Raze may have booked it somewhere else. Unless she doesn't have bomb. And she does. So now we're into a 2v1 retake. So what happened here is LMNTRIX sort of gave up bomb control in favor of repositioning. But as he did that, the Raze said, okay, I'm going to take this bomb. She went into back hall, got a kill. Now you're into a 1v1 here. And unfortunately, as you saw there, he came around the corner, but his aim was a little too low. He could have cleared that a little bit slower, I think. He kind of sprinted around that corner. He didn't have his crosshair at head height for the play up there because he knew he was up there. So you want to clear low first, then go high. In that case, when he went high, he was just a little bit too low on the chest there. Hit the body shots, but the Raze got the kill. All right, round 8, aggression again. The flash push looks like. He's doing a little bit of a clear there as well, as you saw. He sort of strafed to his right. Unfortunately, though, the aggression not going to pay off as no players were long. They were actually over towards mid more, and we're able to cut him down there. All right, so looks like team has to go for a little bit of a save round here. Now, he has 2,900 creds, but just buying a ghost and full armor. The reason this works so well for Breach players is because you have those flashes. You can use those as your weapon, essentially, which is just unbelievable, you know? Coming from a Brimstone player or former Brim player like myself, you know, you literally have a weapon in your flash. It's kind of crazy. Right there. That's exactly what I'm talking about. I literally saw that coming a mile away. That's such a perfect play and such a great representation of what makes Breach so powerful is that, yeah, you might be outgunned, but your utility is almost unmatched. I'm sitting in now 5v3.
Defensive now.
Does have the locations. It looks like he's also going to calm and say to play defensive. Omen going for a flank, dies. What's going to be? Rotation here coming in from LMNTRIX and Peak, moving over to A. Another player was spotted on short as well. Both of their A players have backed up, making his way onto site. I think one has a pistol, it looks like. I'll go back to B. All right. Oh, not going to send the stun through there, so gonna rotate back now. So with this, I think that they probably over-rotated. I didn't see anyone enter site. You probably want to leave, like I said, an anchor over towards B. Now, Cam was just activated on A for the enemies, but that doesn't mean they're there. There they are, as I say that. All right, so looks like the Raze was in showers. Now, the friendly Raze here is hanging out. That ult is going to hurt, but that should get both probably. Yep, in the corner there. And, ooh, okay, so once again, you know, LMNTRIX, I have to say, my friend, a little bit slow, I think, on the reaction to the head. It seems like you're very confident, you know, in your shot. You have no fear running out there, but not enough headshots so far, if I'm being honest. Now, it's not necessarily a bad thing right now. You're obviously doing very, very well in this game. But on that kill there, I'm very surprised. You know, he was, I think, still stunned from your ult. So you probably had time there, once again, to line up that headshot. You know, take that extra millisecond. This is a big tip I give to a lot of people. You know, take that extra few milliseconds and just hit that headshot. You know, end it cleanly. Don't even give them a chance. All right, we moved in around 10 here now. Player spotted long. Ooh, smoke's going down. Does he push this? I don't like where he's aiming. Oh, man. Oh, he waits for the smoke. That was an interesting play. I always get worried when you play close to a smoke like that and you don't have a weapon out, because, you know, Jets are known to just dash in with shotguns, so that always worries me. But now look at the reposition here. He's repositioned outside of Octagon, over on site in this close little cubby here. And it looks like this flash is going to blind all of long and all of teleporter. So I'm wondering when he uses it. Now, he does have the trip behind him, so he at least knows he can't be flanked. Oh, look at the play here. Now, how's he going to follow this up, though? Ooh, goes for the pre-fire. Actually gets dinked, it looks like, though. A nice job there. Good recognition of what's happening. Good timing as well, but now he's in trouble. Has to make sure. Oh, man. A little bit off with the aim there, I think. I'm actually going to rewind this. I want to watch this back one more time here. So give me a second. Oh, just a little bit. Oh, his crosshair, you guys will see he was holding it like a wider angle there, I think, than he needed to. I think he should have held that a little bit closer because as you saw, when the Cypher actually peeked that corner, the Cypher wasn't even in his crosshair at all. Not even a shoulder. And that tells me you're a little bit too far away with your crosshair placement. All right, round 11. Player down over outside of showers. Looks like Ray's got aggressive, so putting them up 5-4 here. But players in long. I seriously can't believe that this Jet keeps on going over there after what's been happening to her every round. You have to wonder if people are crazy or not. But nonetheless, we'll grab the orb. So this is smart. You know, you want to pay attention to your ult, especially on agents like Breach where your ult is actually pretty good. Omen, I know. Anyways. So what this guarantees, right, is that it's round 10. If he dies in this round, he is guaranteed his ult for next round. If he gets a kill this round, he's guaranteed his ult for next round. So very, very important to recognize when it's actually useful to get the orb and risk it for the orb, and when maybe the orb isn't going to be quite as useful. You know what I mean? It's a good skill to have. All right, so final round of the first half here, defense. Breach, I think at one point maybe he was a bit more defense-sided, I guess. I don't know. He's always been a very, like, sort of split down the middle agent because the flashes are good for defense and attack because you can do stuff like this. Very aggressive play here, pushing up with his peak, but looks like an opper there going to stop this push. So how do they reposition? How do they play off of this? Has his ult still? I guess he could just ult this and move in. Yeah, last player is the opper. That ult not going to hit, obviously, as the op is pretty far away. All right, here comes the push. Let's see if LMNTRIX can hit the shot. Gonna play a little slow. Bomb is down as well. This round should be in the bag. Should put them up 7-5. And there's the kill from the Reyna. And a nice little half there, I think. 7-5. I think we saw a lot of good things. So far, the only thing I've noticed, really, is the aim a little bit. Maybe being a little too relaxed around smokes as well. And maybe one over rotation so far, just where either Peak or LMNTRIX probably should have anchored onto site. But aside from that, very nice half. All right, hopefully you Breach players are enjoying the video so far. Remember, I will have links to both LMNTRIX and Peak's channels in the description as well. So if you guys are enjoying this, definitely check them out too. Big thanks to LMNTRIX for letting me sort of review this VOD. It's been very interesting so far. Eye-opening, I think, probably for some of you Breach players. If nothing else, just on how to flash and where to place them. Because I've actually learned a few things here, if I'm being quite honest. So this has been great. But we're in the pistol round here. 2 players, low health as well. Definitely not ideal. But moving back now, looks like they're going to rotate over to A. So they applied pressure over on B. Probably got to rotate. But what this does is it allows for the aggressive plays from the enemies. And as you saw right there, they were able to push up and get behind. And then when you rotate, there's always that chance you rotate back in. Unfortunately here, looks like LMNTRIX wanted to go a bit faster maybe than his team was ready for. He went in and didn't have that support to help him either trade out or cover the other angle because he was getting 2v1 there. That's always very difficult on a pistol because you don't have that spray possibility. You can't spray. You're tapping. And being able to transfer taps like that is very, very hard. So probably should have waited a little bit there. Probably a bit of a misplay just with the way the smokes cut off the team. All right, so looks like we're going to go for a stun through Hookah, but his team has moved in, so he can't actually do that anymore. Maybe a little distracted by chat, but that's okay. We'll give him a pass there. All right, moving up long now. So Ray's applied some pressure over here. Not quite sure where she is yet. Cypher camera top left. Ray's close, goes down. So that should be everyone long. He can move into sight now. Now, you're going to also notice he didn't buy any flashes. So probably the biggest asset of Breach, not currently available to the team in this save round. Especially after losing pistol. So let's see what happens here. Looks like there was a 1-for-1 trade, but back into a 3-on-2 now. So he's playing long, bomb is down. Right now, how do you win this round? You play together. It's still losable, right? 3-on-1, but this player might have a gun. Probably rotating over from A. So LMNTRIX getting ready for the push from Hookah. Can just play the jump out here, right? I think this is very smart. This positioning is very smart. I don't think he has to push. Looked like maybe he wanted to. But if you play the jump out there, you're pretty much guaranteeing the kill. You know, even if a teammate dies, you still have that 2v1. That player has to jump out. They will be inaccurate during the jump. Pretty easy to get that frag. All right, we are round 15 now. We are not round 15, but we are on round 15. We are humans. So let's take a look here. Gonna get spammed through the smoke. I cannot believe, wow, he has so much confidence in his flashes. I think the reason he didn't even peek that player is because he knew they were gonna be blind, honestly. Otherwise, it was a misplay, but I don't think it was. I think he knew that that player was gonna be blind, so he didn't even bother looking at them. Wow, a little bit of BM, honestly. Not even like, hey, yeah, I'm not worried about you at all. All right, so what's gonna be tough here is the plant. This plant is gonna be very, very hard for peek. People are gonna need to cover him, and especially watching his shower. No one watches the shower. Wow. I'm surprised he was able to get through that plant there. Generally, when you have no control, you guys are going to notice there's no control of that shower side towards heaven side of sight, that half. Very easy to get killed there. All right, so kills coming in for LMNTRIX. First shot's a little bit low. I think once again, we're seeing those no headshots, but he follows it up on a nice headshot on the Omen. Looked a lot more crisp, a lot better there, I should say. And then Omen gonna take the kill there. Probably had that kill, honestly. A nice little round. Good flash into sight, but definitely still want to make sure you're going for those headshots, because that could have gotten ugly on that kill. All right, so looks like we're standing outside of A now. 3 players here, bomb down over in that connector area with Reyna pushing up towards B. Reyna gets a kill. Now LMNTRIX here, just holding. Remember, there's a smoke down, right? It's not easy to push through this smoke. This is one of the toughest smokes to push through in the game, because you can have a player close right, you can have a player anywhere on site or heaven, even on top of truck, and also in U-Haul. Very, very difficult to push through that smoke. So if he was going to go through, had to use a bunch of flashes. But in the meantime, looks like the enemy team getting a little aggressive here. Player going down towards shower on his team, which really leaves them, you're going to notice, look how they're all kind of bunched up in the middle. This is very, very bad for map control. This is when you got to start paying attention a lot to your flanks. So LMNTRIX here, hopefully, you know, pay attention to that. Do have some trips down, which is good. Reyna ults. So we have a flash here. Gonna flash into sight. Omen now giving away his location. He's either U-Haul or he's by truck. Another flash. Now we know where their breach is. This is gonna hurt though. This is gonna put him right in a U-Haul. Yep, exactly. See how he backs up? He had to back up there because he was stunned. He couldn't actually make that push. Got players all around him. Probably going to be a player right over here by truck. Let's see. And there it is. Does find the headshot, though. 1v3 now. It's still winnable, but it's going to be very difficult. How can you get this bomb down just like that? Breach is holding. Nice kill close. 8 seconds left, though. This Raze probably is going to push this if she's close by. If not, he knows she's probably rotating. There it is, just like I said. Oh, LMNTRIX, you saw the trip behind you. He didn't see the trip, but his teammates called it out. Good job there, team. All right. He has ult here. I think he plays for the tap. I don't think he has to get aggressive. Let's see what he does. I'm very excited here. This has been a great round for him so far. Nice kills. Just, you know, taking these one by one, which is exactly right. That should hit the Raze. Oh my god. Very smart by the Raze there. Able to get behind sight box. LMNTRIX was not ulting that. He was ulting towards the bomb for the defuse. And that's the round. Great try. Great try, but it's a little short. All right, moving into Hookah here. Looks like we're at the start of round, I believe, 17. A few players down, though. 2 for his team, but nice flash. Jumps out with the flash as well, but will get tagged.
Oh my god. No second.
So, yep, he's going to take that out first. Pete goes for the plant. Ooh, stunned coming in as well. And there's the C. Oh my gosh, I can't believe he didn't go for that shot there. Yeah, you have to be aware that you can be seen as you're moving. And I think he was just a little bit like, yeah, they're not going to see me. But that was probably an easy kill on the breach, if I'm being quite honest. I don't think that breach was ready for some reason for him to be moving. Kind of a weird situation to be in. But players on both sides now. I like that. You have to get aggressive there. You have to take one out. You're going to get pinched. But unfortunately, once again, I'm going to rewind this again. Watch these kills. Ready? Chest. And then again. Chest. You know, just not quite high enough on the aim. And when you're in these situations where you only have 39 health, where one shot is going to kill you, you have to be going for the headshots there. I'm very lucky Cypher was low, but Jet will take him out. Even though he hits 3 shots, she only hit 1. All right, round 18 here. Moving in. Playing up long this time. 3 players towards hookah. He's got Omen on long with him.
On site. I'm running back. I'm running back.
Raise ult, so time to back up. Oh, they push, so he's got to have his gun out here.
Is he in?
A little dangerous. Probably close right. I'll answer the question for you, LMNTRIX. Let's see. Nope, he's moved back. So that's done. Very good, right? Because this player is probably in this cubby.
Yeah,
If they're not in that cubby, that means they've moved back to elbow. And as you're going to see, we do spot the Cypher in elbow as well. So just by process of elimination, you can be like, yeah, if he's not in cubby and he's not in octagon, he probably fell back to elbow. That blind's looking pretty good. This one will probably get the guy again. Nice job there. Very dangerous. Obviously, you're playing close, playing with fire. Peeking right off of a flash is dangerous because players genuinely shoot you. No, they generally shoot right after a flash goes off. So as you saw, the Cypher did hit a shot there, but not a headshot. So he's ended up being fine. 2v1. Reyna gonna get a little heal off that kill, it looks like, as well. Ooh, man, why is she peeking? No need to peek there. Ult into a counter ult here. That should probably hit him. Wow, finds the headshot. Very nice job there. That was very, very close. Very, very close. I'm not sure if the ult hit, but a very nice job finding the headshot there. And once again, good passive play. If that Reyna had just stayed alive, played for the crossfire, it would have been a much easier round, less risk. All right, round 19 starting with an aggressive push over here into hookah. Raze in here. Close left, you saw? Oh my gosh, LMNTRIX giving us a heart attack here, but follows it up with 2 kills. A nice spray down on the Cypher. A little slow on the Raze, but that's okay. Thankfully, just pistols here. Now getting aggressive. Gonna hold CT now. Could be a player close left. Ooh, okay, so goes down to the Omen, but I noticed it didn't seem like he was worried about a player being on the close left there in CT spawn, which can happen. A lot of players will hold that close angle and wait for the aggression if they feel like they can't win the round. Either way, though, does go down to the Omen. All right, so that puts them up 11-8. So things are looking pretty good here to put this game away. Looks like they're going to flash into A. 2 flashes here from LMNTRIX. The Opper misses. Now we know an Op is in heaven. Ooh, that peek there was dangerous, honestly. He peeked without the flash going off and also without a gun out. He didn't quite have his gun out. So if a player was in this corner, which is a very common spot to be in, high risk is what I'll say. High risk. Now, I don't know if he's noticed, but bomb is down behind right now. So nobody has the bomb here. Also, ADS. Oh my god, Resident Sleeper. It's okay, I guess. All right, now LMNTRIX has to go get the bomb, so this is part of the problem here. He always get, you know, you guys think I'm joking when I make tips to remind people to get the bomb, but it happens at all ranks. Player on site, it was spotted. Okay, good, yeah. LMNTRIX making the comms there as he's trying to get this bomb down. That player was on site and spotted. I don't know if the team was reacting quite fast enough to it. But now in a 4v1, should be an easy round win here. Looks like the player's on B as well. Nicely done here. All right, we're on to match point, and also looks like the Omen was able to save. But we're on match point now, 12-8. We've seen some great stuff here from LMNTRIX so far. Let's see if we can put this game away. Spoiler alert, don't look in the time of the video. All right, so gonna get naded. That is gonna hurt a little bit. Oh man, the Raze pretty smart there. Pushes right off of that nade. And as we saw again, right? No headshot. Aim a little bit low. And I know he was moving, so it makes it a little more difficult. He didn't have quite as much time to react, but just a little bit too slow there, I think. Should always be aiming at head level. I think if we rewind just really briefly here, just to take a look at sort of what happened again. So as you can see, as LMNTRIX moves into this corner, he gets naded. So Reyes hears the orb, nades. He backs into this corner here. And as he's backing in, he jumps. And when he puts the crosshair back over towards where that Raze is coming from, it's just a little bit too much in the middle. He didn't have quite enough time to react to let that player strafe into him, which is always going to be a tough shot. All right, so currently 12-9 match point still. Raze starts it off with a kill. Going to lead the charge. Omen in U-Haul now. We know from that. Ooh, just running straight in here. That blind should catch the Omen again. It does. Oh, but the aim again. Very much going for the body shots, but he does find the kill. Unfortunately, we'll take a lot of damage off of it. And now you're in a situation where it's a 5v3. Player dead in showers as well. And ladies and gentlemen, I think we're about to see a win here from LMNTRIX and Peak. 5v2 going to be very difficult for Raze and Cypher. Cypher has to find a body to use this ult on. And maybe that's the value they need. I'd probably use my ult here if I'm LMNTRIX just to secure this victory. There it is. That'll get both players. That seems pretty good if they backed up. I think they did. That should do a little damage. Has his E available as well if he needs it. And there's the kill. Nicely done is what I'll say to that. 30 and 12. A 30 bomb here in Diamond 2. Playing in a game with Immortals as well. We'll rank up to Diamond 3. Congratulations. Nice little victory here for LMNTRIX. And let's go over some things that maybe he can work on. All right, so I want to conclude this by just going over a few tips I have and a few things I noticed. First of all, the good. I thought that those were some very, very creative flashes used. Obviously, having 3 is a big asset, right? You have 3 flashes, you know, you're going to get some great value out of them. But I really, really liked the sort of, it felt like he had a pattern of where he would throw one flash, then throw another in like a set spot, and then another. It felt very well timed. Like the timing of the flashes was really, really brilliant. And it led to a lot of creative opportunities to go for some aggressive plays. We saw that a lot towards U-Haul on attack and then on defense. Over towards Octagon, B long. We just saw that time and time again, and it kept working. When you have flashes as strong as Breach, learning how to use them is huge, and I think that, you know, pretty much no one does it better than LMNTRIX, if I'm being quite honest. That was very, very nice. Now, one of the big takeaways I have for him is that it feels like, despite getting 30 kills, a lot of his kills were not headshots. And I'm sure he knows this, right? At this high of a level, your headshots start to matter more and more. As more players get better at the game and have better aim, it means you're going to have less time to react, less time to fight them. So every shot counts. And what I noticed is that during a lot of these flashes, he would turn the corner and just spray down the body, and it would actually take a while to finish the kill. Now, this wouldn't matter on Arena, for example, where you can just heal yourself, but we noticed quite a few times he was taking a little bit of damage, or a lot of damage, on a player who was blind, which is just never ever what you want. It's such a waste of your health pool. And then it really limits what you can do later on. Aside from that, though, we noticed a few ults, I think, that just missed the mark a little bit. It seemed like he was really playing off of timing and sound, and in those situations, he didn't have visuals. And that's a big problem with Breach, is that because his ult has like a wind-up time, and it takes just time to go off, players can react. And I didn't see quite as much value as I was expecting to see, although I think that it did a good job denying area control. But another thing I want to mention is that it seemed like a little bit on defense, he was quick to rotate, especially with his Cypher. Maybe he could hold off and let a person anchor on those, because you never want to let them run into the other site when you guys rotate off. But aside from that, I mean, this was a really clean game. My biggest takeaway by far was the aiming, because that stuff worries me, because, you know, at some point, at some rank, maybe it's higher in Immortal, I don't know, you are going to get punished for that big time. And I think that what we're seeing is incredible game sense from LMNTRIX as well. Another thing I want to mention here that I really liked was just his post plant and his passive play on B, where he would hang out in Octagon, let people come out of hookah and go for those plays, you know, not over challenging, nothing like that. He'd use his aggression towards long, then he'd play safe. I thought that was brilliant. So overall, a great video. I'm sure a ton of you guys learned from this. A lot of Breach players, I'm sure, learned a lot as well. It was a lot of fun to go over. With that being said, yeah, that's all I got for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed. You know, links in the description. Thank you so much once again, Raid, for sponsoring the video. And if you guys did enjoy, of course, hit that like button and subscribe for more in the future. Who would you guys like to see me do a VOD review of next? Leave that in the comments. And I'll see you next time. Take it easy and peace.